Imagine a rock that pulls metal to it, an invisible hand guiding objects. For centuries, this wasn't just a natural phenomenon, it was magic. Deep in the earth, perhaps unearthed by ancient miners or discovered by a shepherd tending his flock, lay a stone unlike any other. Touch it, and it felt like any other rock. But bring a piece of iron near, and thunk, it would stick, defying gravity with an unseen grip. This was the lodestone, a natural magnet. Its inexplicable attraction, its sympathy for iron, sparked awe, fear, and profound curiosity in early humans. How could something so inert possess such a dynamic, invisible power? This simple observation was the first whisper of a force that would change the world. For generations, explaining this invisible hand became a profound challenge. What ancient theories tried to make sense of this baffling force? The ancient Greeks, like Thales of Miletus around 600 BCE, observed this phenomenon. He mused that lodestones, like amber rubbed with cloth, possessed a soul or animating principle. It was a reasonable idea for the time. How else could a lifeless stone exert such influence unless it had some form of hidden life or consciousness? In ancient China, explanations often wove into cosmic harmony. They spoke of qi, the vital life force, or the interplay of yin and yang, describing a universal flow. The lodestone was believed to possess an affinity for the Earth's own qi, aligning itself with the very veins of the planet, much like a living being. Whether it was a soul or cosmic qi, the common thread was an attempt to attribute conscious, almost magical properties to an otherwise inanimate object. But what happens when wonder gives way to utility? The true genius was not just marveling at the lodestone, but asking, can we use this? The leap from philosophical curiosity to practical application occurred earliest in China, not for navigation initially, but for divination and geomancy, understanding the Earth's energies. The first true compasses weren't sophisticated instruments. They were often simple lodestone spoons, floating fish, or magnetized needles carefully balanced. This south-pointing fish or spoon would consistently settle in one direction, revealing an unseen axis of the world. It was a secret, subtle indicator. Imagine the power of such a tool, a simple rock, yet it held the secret to orientation, silently whispering directions to those who knew how to listen. While initially used for geomancy, it wasn't long before its true potential dawned on ancient mariners. Navigating vast, featureless oceans became less of a gamble. By the 11th century, Chinese records describe magnetic needles being used for navigation, a groundbreaking yet often quiet revolution. But this wasn't always an open secret. Its magical nature made some skeptical, while others guarded its knowledge, using it subtly, perhaps even mystifying its origins. The compass slowly spread westward, reaching the Arab world and eventually Europe by the 12th–13th centuries, transforming sea travel. European mariners, initially relying on stars and sun, gradually adopted this mysterious guide, often seeing it as a benevolent magic or divine aid. It offered a reliable wayfinding solution even on cloudy nights or featureless seas, unlocking new routes and facilitating unprecedented exploration. For millennia, humanity harnessed the lodestone's power, building civilizations and charting oceans, all without truly understanding why it worked. The fundamental how of magnetism, the invisible force emanating from a rock, remained a profound mystery, even as its utility became indispensable. It wasn't until scientists like Michael Faraday and James Clerk Maxwell in the 19th century that we began to grasp the true physics of electromagnetic fields. The lodestone's journey from a mystical curiosity to a silent guide reveals humanity's deep-seated drive to understand and harness the unexplained. It demonstrates that profound scientific insight often begins with simple, baffling observations that challenge our perceptions of reality. And this is just one story among countless mysteries history left behind. Subscribe and let's keep uncovering them together. And if this one got you thinking, a like or a share helps more curious minds find it.